It is the iGPFun, as always, here. I'm JP. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Mr. Jim Cunningham, who's going to come along for the ride, and I'm sure it's going to be an absolutely epic one as we come towards the end of qualifying. I can give you a quick rundown of the standings. Luca Varani still out in front at 181 with Brad Fulliger on 168, Antonio Jimenez 166, Scotty Taylor 155, Noah Fay 151, Mehmet Taski 135, Justin Fields on 130 with Denny Corner on 120, Andy Flint, Robert Ridgway tied in ninth on 118 with Jeremy Boyle on 112, tied with Koji Ito. That is the top 13, guys. Everybody else is a little bit further back, but we'll keep you updated as this season goes on. We're just coming towards the end of qualifying as well. We are heading to COTA, circuit of the I Must Copy Every Other Circuit Americas here as well. Jim, not my favorite, as you can probably tell, but it's definitely going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, you make no secret about that. Yeah, we're here in Texas, not too far from my my home, actually. About 3 hours, I guess, something like that. Yeah, this should be an interesting, should be a good race today, though. COTA's a difficult track to get around. As the surface is starting to wear, it gets tough on tires. It gets slick when the weather conditions get really hot. So, yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to run for 25 laps round here, guys. 25 laps of this circuit. Purple zone, as you know, is no active overtaking in the magenta zone right the way down to turn 10. Believe it or not here. Now, I have put in YouTube chat, I've requested no F1 spoilers. We haven't watched it. I don't know what's gone on. To be honest with you, I completely forgot there was even a race on. So I have no idea what's taking place in the Formula One. So qualifying is just coming to the end. We are hoping the timing software works correctly because it has been giving us a little bit of grief for the last 15 minutes of this qualifying session where we've been here to keep an eye on it. I'm hoping it works correctly. Let's pray. That incline into turn one, Jim, completely uphill, multiple different lines going into turn one. Surely it's all going to work out fine. Let's do the grid. Gulen Bayazar is out in front with Justin Carrizosa in second, Yunis Amal third, Brad Fulliger in fourth, then Krish Patel in fifth, Antoine Holston in sixth, Stefan Dodderer, Noah Fay, Ludovic Rancon, Robert Ridgway, Scotty Haddock, and Luca Varani down in 12th. Then on from that is Mehmet Taski, Tony Jimenez, Sunday David DeHale, Denny Cornude, Scotty Taylor, Simon Fessy, Nguyen, Harry Saston, Koji Eddie Amos, Matthew Gracie and Justin Fields round out the top 24. Below that is Philip Tassi, Paul Destelli and Adam Townsman. Let's see if we get these guys onto the grid. Who's going to come out on top first? Incline into turn one. No real dramas, surely.
No, this is a big wide turn up there. Plenty of lines. There'd be plenty of room for everybody to go through there.
Yeah, that's the problem. We've got plenty of lines. That is the issue, I think. Not the fact that they're going to kick off. It's the fact that there's plenty of lines to go through on this one. So it's going to be very interesting.
Let's hope it's not like the Formula One sprint race last week there where they wipe about half the field out in the first corner.
Well, maybe that might be the case. You're never, ever going to know. But let's see what goes on here once again as these guys are getting all on the grid. There's half of them still there. Bayazar, Yunis Amal, Noah Fay, Robert Ridgway, Scotty Haddock, Tony Jimenez, Scotty Taylor, Noel Richie Robinson at the back end as well. Do love that name. I think that's an absolutely amazing one. But, well, we're going to find out how this is going to go on here as well. Is it going to go cleanly? Let us know in YouTube chat as well what you think, if it's going to go nice and clean, if there's going to be an issue, who's going to crash. Surely these 28 cars are going to get through this turn one without any issue. Just waiting for Noel Richie Robinson, who's not going to take the start, on board with Guillermo Bayazar. Here we go. 4 lights, 5 lights. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green, green, green. Bayazar takes to the front here as well. No real dramas for him going down into turn one. Justin Carrizosa in behind it. Everybody, are they going to make it through? They should make it through. It's no active overtaking. Harry Saston, unfortunately, did not make it through. Bayazar through now on that run down through the S's here, Jim. At the moment, nice clean start, apart from Harry Saston, who's got a meatball, and so is Simon Fessy.
Yeah, I didn't see them come together. I just saw him up against the fence there. I'm not really sure what happened, but yeah, relatively clean considering the drama that can be caused at turn one.
Yeah, absolutely. And now this is the moment where it's all going to kick off here. Coming down, they're on the run. They are now allowed to overtake. It's going to be the run out of turn 11 along that long back straight. Who's going to get it? This is where it's all going to swap places if it possibly can here. Carrizosa tucked in right behind it at the moment. On board we go. He's closing right behind Bayazar. Bayazar goes to the left, tries to break the toe. He's all the way to the left. He's sending Carrizosa on the outside. Is he going to be able to get through around there as well? It's going to be a hard on the brake situation. Does he make it? He's off the circuit. Bayazar's off the circuit as well. I mean, I'm sure I've seen that before with Max Verstappen and also Lando Norris.
Right. That's a tough spot to make an overtake right there, though. Especially around the outside. If you send it up the inside, that's one thing, but that outside is that's a tough animal there.
Yeah, I want to have a look back and see what happened to Harry Saston here. Not entirely sure how he ended up there. Big old weaving from Simon Fessy in front. I presume that is Fessy in front. Oh, wow. Not sure what Fessy was doing there, but whatever he did, he pulled out in front of Harry Saston. Saston had nowhere to go, and unfortunately that was the situation. And Guyan's off the circuit. He's come back on. Carrizosa's off, come back on. Richie Robinson has jumped back to pit lane. So whatever drama Richie Robinson's had at the beginning, he's gone back to pit lane, but these four fighting it out. Simon Fessy's got some answering to do.
Yeah, that was a bit strange. I don't know what to say. That seemed like it looks like I just thought I saw somebody off in the background there as well. Sorry.
Yeah, Brad Fulliger, on we go. He's chasing down Yunis Amal. He's got Carrizosa in front. Carrizosa's chasing down Bayazar there. Lots of action in the mid-pack. Krish Patel has got his own queue of cars. Dodera, Holstein, Fire, Rankon, Ridgeway, Haddock, Varani, Tasky, and Sunday David De Gea in behind that. Tony Jimenez, Denny Cornu. There's a queue of cars in this mid-pack section, but these front ones are on the run down into turn 11 again, and there's a back marker of Noel Richie Robinson in front of these guys. He might get swallowed up a little bit quick. You see there, Bayazar making his defense already.
Oh, yeah, well, he's going to send another send around the outside here.
Oh, he's off the circuit.
Off the truck in.
Oh, he takes the lead of the race. Stewarts are going to look into that one, I'm sure. Bayazar there in second place, probably crying and needs it given back to him. Carrizosa does give it back to him eventually. Oh, he's hit him!
No!
Oh,
man.
No!
What was that?
I have no idea what was going on there. Carrizosa's back in pit lane. I am not sure, Jim, how we could justifiably see what was going on. He come back on, then he hit the brakes, then he went round, and unfortunately for him, straight back to pit lane. Yunis Amal straight in as well.
It looked like he was giving him the spot, and then he just turned right into him.
Yeah, Yunis Amal takes a whack. He ends up, unfortunately, injured in all of that situation, comes back off the side of the circuit.
Yeah.
Man, that was a very, very bizarre moment. Bayazar out in front, still with Brad Fulliger. Krish Patel tucked in behind him. I am not quite sure what was going on there.
You got to think Bayazar's got damage, too. I mean, that was a pretty good shot right in the side of his car.
You would have thought so. I cannot justifiably tell you what was going on. All I know is it was very weird. Carrizosa did look like he was giving him the place back. Then he turned around and said, no, I'm not giving you back. Tries to come back at him again. And unfortunately, he ends up going straight into the side of Bayazar. There's Richie Robinson getting out of the way. And unfortunately, the front, something's got to be wrong here. But if he's managed to get away with that, I want to know how he's managed to get away with that, because I couldn't have got away with that in any car I drive.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I'm shocked Bayazar's still going here at pace. I really would have thought he would have had damage from that, although he is being rapidly caught by Fulliger here. So
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Is that Fulliger? Is that the one that has the car that looks like Lando's helmet?
Yeah, that's the one. There he is, Brad Fulliger. Now I know what Jim's talking about. Dirty move. What the WTF? Thatcher Ward. I don't know what was going on there, bro. We are not even sure what was going on. I thought he was going to let him go back through, and then he did, and then he was off the circuit, and then he come back on, and boink, they had a smack. So I'm not entirely sure what was going on. All I know, there was some dramatics, Jim.
I wonder if he felt like he was being run off the track, pushed off the track, because that happened. Like there was like 3 episodes where he went off the track trying to get around him. And maybe he got frustrated, and I don't know. That was just strange.
Well, I don't understand. We'll do it the old-fashioned way, unfortunately. We'll have to do it this way and go back. He's off the circuit. Now, at this moment in time, I thought he was letting him off, and then he just sort of drives into him. Then they loop into each other. Something comes off Bayazar's car. There's a bit falling off Carrizosa's car. Yunus Amal goes and smacks him up the rear end, and then Carrizosa goes round. It was just a very bizarre situation. Bayazar's now out in front by 1.6 seconds, so he's managing to pull away and getting away with damage. I think he's lost something, but wherever it come from, I don't know where it was. He
lost something, all right. He lost Fulliger. Where is Fulliger?
I don't know.
Fulliger's down 13 spots. What in the world happened to Fulliger?
He went off the side of the circuit. We'll have a look back at that. I'm just trying to see. I can't see what's missing on that car. Something has come off that car, but wherever it was, I do not know. Holstein's in behind. He's running side by side with Rancon. He's gone through up the inside there for Holstein. We'll have a look back and see where Brad Fulliger disappeared to. Oh,
he spun it.
Top of the hill, turn 1. It does look like turn 1. Oh, no, there was contact. There was contact. Watch. He goes in.
Oh, he dove in.
He had the gap, dove in. The door was open. Unfortunately for Brad Fulliger, he had nowhere else to go. And that was there as well. Yunus Amal front. Well, yeah, Yunus, we saw that. Dude, you have a more of a thing of going out the race in turn 1 and then coming into YouTube chat. You might as well just start in YouTube chat and see if you can get any further in the race, fella. Because you always, last week was the same situation. Oh, dear. Poor Yunus.
Maybe he ought to come on before the race and type everything's okay and type that into YouTube chat, and maybe that'll play out for him.
Oh, I don't know, dude. He just ends up in YouTube chat. Last week was the same situation as well. That was a race of, I don't know what it was, to be honest with you.
Patel is closing on Bayazar as well. It was almost 2 seconds, it's a little while back. Now it's down to a half a second. I think he's got to have some damage. He's just out there running in clean air, and he's able to maintain it right now because everybody seems to be gaining on him when they get free. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
we definitely saw something come off the car, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The top at north of 189 kilometers, 200. Bayazar's doing the same. He's wedged at 217, 220. Patel's going 15 kmh faster. Krish Patel goes through, but how long before Ludovic Rancon comes at him? Is Bayazar going to have another go? Nope, there's Rancon. He's overcooked the corner massively.
Big time.
Got the turn done, off the side of the circuit. What's going on with the weather? 31 degrees centigrade on track temperature, dry, no rain. That's going to be toasty.
Yeah, I mean, that's bad, but for Texas, that's honestly really not that bad. Last week at the Formula One race, it was 50 degrees, so... I mean, all things considered, that part of Texas, that's not too bad of a track temperature, really.
Yeah, Bayazar now has lost 7 temps, 1.8 back to Rancon. How long is it going to be? Yunus is not happy.
It might be. It looks like that might be part of his side pod that's missing. Somebody just had a bad blink there. I don't know. It looked like it was his side pod when he went by. Look at it right here.
Yeah.
No, maybe, huh?
Yeah, it is on the rear right. Can I see that from the other side? Hold on. I might have to try and do some fancy trickery here if this works. There it is.
Yep.
Down the base.
Right there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the bit that's missing.
That's gonna, and now that he's got dirty air in front of him, it's gonna get worse. I think he had that clean air, so he was able to use as much of the air as possible. Now, I think you're gonna start seeing people start passing him now.
He's got a 1.9 second gap to Ludovic Rancon. Rancon's got Holstein, Fay, and behind him Haddock and Ridgway. Further back, Danny Cornu, who's gained the most places so far. Justin Fields on 8 places, it looks like, at this moment in time. So Justin Fields gaining the most over the front end there as well. You see Fulliger down 11, Dodder down 17.
Yeah, but he was down 16, so he's already picked 5 of them back up. So he must be coming back through the pack pretty well.
Holstein going up the inside of Rancon. Rancon's pushed out on the outside. There's nowhere for him to go. That is not going to help the situation. I have to be honest, that blinking is not going to help.
No, that's
you
bad.
don't even know where he is.
I hate that. That is literally the worst feeling in the world, especially in a fast where you're traveling at these speeds, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it's affected Rancon there because he's lost Holstein. He's lost places to Fay as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of trouble. I'm not quite sure. These guys are trying to swap places. But in behind that is Ludovic Rancon. I think they're trying to have a swap here. I don't know if that's a good idea. Rancon's coming again. Holstein's going to be causing problems on that inside line. Rancon on the outside coming into turn 1. Up the hill they go. Holstein hugs that line. He lets Fate through. But now he's there. He's almost got a job to do on Rancon. It looks like Holstein's the defense. But if he's blinking, he's definitely going to be a defense because nobody's going to know where he is.
Yeah, I mean, when your teammate is back there behind you, blinking and protecting you, he can really buy you some time.
Absolutely. Let's hope that settles down there. That's never good for the guys in behind him. Tony Jimenez is pushing Luca Varani in behind that through the S's section. They go on the run down through into turn 9, coming down into 10 now before they go into 11. Bayazar, however, has got 2.2. Holstein's blinking around. Faye's just letting back through again. Not quite sure what's going on down here, but they've swapped places once more, and Holstein's still out in front.
You've got about 8 cars there running from 4th to 12th that are all within in about 2 seconds. Now there's a little gap just formed up back there. Tasky must have had a little bit of an incident, but they were all within a quarter to a half second of each other all the way back.
Yeah, you can see them all in the line there as well. This that run down into turn 11 just would have been one DRS train. Justin Fields has just had a go at Eddie Amos, got the inside line.
Oh, big brakes.
And unfortunately for Fields, overcooked it, slammed the brakes, couldn't make it work. Something's gone on. Scotty Haddock's got on.
That's Haddock.
Yeah, Scotty Haddock's gone round. Was there any form of contact behind? Was it just all on his own for Scotty? It does look like he's all on his own.
Yeah, he just
over-rotated
it there, yeah.
Carried too much speed, unfortunately, for Scotty Haddock. Is now out of this pack.
Almost looked like he had his brake bias too far back there, the way that thing came around.
Absolutely.
As it slowed down and he's lost his downforce, it just seemed like it just come on around on him.
Yeah. Faye's on the inside line. Rancon's coming in behind him, tries to cut back, going down through the S's. They're going to run almost side by side. Rancon's on the outside. Faye opens up the steering, blocks his nose off. Now comes into the next part. Through the left, through the right. This is where Ludovic Rancon really could do with clearing. Holstein really needs to clear the track at the moment because that blinking is absolutely horrendous and it's not relinquishing any sorts of the situation at the moment. It's just making it harder for the cars behind him. Jim, how long before he gets called in?
I'm shocked that iRacing hasn't pulled him yet. I mean, the way he's been blinking, but he's got literally has a freight train lined up behind him, and nobody can get around him. No. And then there's 3.5 second gap up to Bayazar in front of him.
Yeah. It's just running it there as well. A little bit Rancon now tucked in behind again. He's going to try and go on the outside. There is Faye.
No.
Or Faye, we'll go with Faye, it sounds cool. Down into turn 11. He's going to cut back on him. He's going to cut back on him. Faye parks it on the apex. Oh, Rancon had the right idea.
Man, he is running just a real defensive line, too.
Oh, yeah, it's dependent from the moment he goes out.
Yeah, he's not only is he flashing, but yeah, he's just I mean,
Oh,
that
big
was a
snap.
big snap right there. Yeah.
Now Rancon's under pressure from Robert Ridgway. Maybe Ridgway might be able to have a go at the two in front from the Altandelia Racing Team. I'm going to presume that's who Yunus Amal was talking about in YouTube chat as well, when he's not a happy bunny. David Dahel out, Richie Robinson out, Amal out, Carazosa out. And we're only on lap 9 and we've lost 4 drivers already.
Yeah, well, two of them were from that one incident. And then I don't know what happened to Noel Richie Robinson. That was, he never really got going.
No, didn't make the start, and then unfortunately caused himself some dramas. Rancon, Ridgway, side by side, through they go. Ridgway takes the nose off Ranson. Ranson now comes back at him as well, holds it straight through the left-hander. Big old run there on the outside. I think that was Tony Jimenez going somewhere. Wherever he was going, he was coming back in at a rapid rate of knots. That has brought Scotty Taylor right in behind Tony Jimenez. I'm not quite sure where Jimenez was going there, Jim.
I mean, he had a run going for sure. He had it cooked up. What's happening now, though, is all these people are stacking up behind Holstein, and now they're all starting to fight for position amongst themselves, which is kind of leaving that front group to get even more clear, you know. So his defensive job is working quite well, you know, because now you've got all these cars, and now they're starting to swap spots here. Look at this, like this right here. This.
Scotty Taylor went through.
Rincon.
Ridgway went through. Ranson's coming back at him. There you go.
Yeah, these two are swapping spots back and forth here.
In they go through the left-hander at turn 12, coming into the right at 13. Ridgway's got the inside now. Ranson's got the outside, come through. Ridgway cuts his nose off through the long looping right hand. 16, 17, 18 into 19. And now he's going to look again. Is Ranson going to have a go into turn 1? He kind of could do with leaving him alone and allowing these two to close back up. Scotty Taylor.
That's Taylor in the
smoke. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he hit it too hard. He definitely tore up his tires right there, but he might be all right.
Yeah.
He's going to drop a bunch of spots, though.
Yeah, Scotty Taylor ended up down in 11th. So there we go. These two are absolutely having a gloves off veterans punch up at Coda here as well.
You notice Luca Varani is just kind of sitting back just far enough so when something happens, because I think he's not right up on their tail, and he certainly could be.
Yeah, Varani's doing what Varani does best, is patient waiting. Patient waiting for Luca Varani.
He's patiently leading the points championship too, which is, you know.
The interesting thing about that, if we was to apply 2 drop weeks right now, Brad Fulliger would take the lead of the championship. Luca Varani would end up 14 points behind.
Wow.
If we applied 2 drop weeks now. Now, as we don't do that, and we can apply them right up until the last round, at the moment, even if we was to apply 1, Fulliger would be out in front by 21 points over Luca Varani. But as we haven't applied any yet, Luca Varani is out in front by 10, 11, 12 points over Brad Fulliger. But Fulliger seems to be in a strong position when they apply 2 drop weeks.
Yeah, well, of course, he's not having the best day. He's made up a couple of more spots now. He's back up to 13th. And we still got, let's see, 15 laps to go. So he's got plenty of time to work his way back up there and certainly think about getting a top 10 or, you know, even higher than that. But
what are we looking at with these 3? Bayazar's been caught. Yeah, but what I mean is Bayazar's been caught. Well, he's been Holstein again. He's just been passed. Faye's going to go past him as well.
Yep.
Bayazar's now gone from 2nd to 4th. But
yeah, I think
his 2 teammates through.
It's going to get worse for him. I think at this point, I think he was holding up his teammates, and so he decided to let him go by. But I mean, you know, these cars can't run missing that amount of body work, not at the speeds they, you know. I mean, these other cars are going to catch him for sure.
I agree. I do agree with you, but how much of a defensive job is he going to do over the likes of Robert Ridgway? How much of a defense is he going to be if he's 10, 12 kilometers an hour slower down the straight?
Yeah, I mean, you can still make the car pretty wide. I mean, there's certainly going to be opportunities for him to get around. You know, maybe he should hook up to Holstein's internet, and then he can start flashing back there in fourth place too.
Oh yeah, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? And then people will go missing. The gap's now 1.6. It's coming down. Ridgway, I think, has finally managed to communicate with Ranson to leave him the hell alone and allow him to close this gap up. It's down to 1.4. Ridgway's clearly got pace. He could latch on to the back of Bayazar's draft if he can get below a second here. And I don't mean DRS, I mean natural draft, because these guys do not have DRS, but I just mean naturally drafted there as well. Tasky is having a good old go with Denny Cordu. Scotty Haddock has got Fulliger not far back either. So Fulliger's having a go and trying making up more places, but he has got a 3.4 second gap. If he does clear Haddock before he can get to Mehmet Tasky, are we looking at maybe Brad Fulliger about as far as he's able to go? You see Ridgway trying to break the draft of Ranson up front.
I don't think so. I think Fulliger's got a few more spots left in him with, you know, we still got 13 laps to go here. They are clicking off pretty fast, but and he's also got Scotty Taylor behind him, assuming that Scotty did not completely destroy his tires. That's two fast guys that are going to start working their way up. I think he needs to get by Haddock here pretty quick and make quick work of that and keep moving on up. But no, I think he can get a top 10 for sure.
I think you might be right. Let's see. For Brad Fulliger, how much pace has he actually got? Ridgway almost in touching distance of Bayazar. Second out for Robert Ridgway. Bayazar a second back from Faye Holstein, is second up the road as well, but Holstein's very difficult to overtake at the moment, partly due to the fact that when anybody gets close, nobody can see him. So that's always good. As Ludovic Rancon goes up the inside, these two need to stop this. I've got to be honest. Knock it on the head. You can use your speed, close in on the guys in front, knock off the fighting. That's what I would say.
I mean, Fulliger's last lap was one of the fastest laps on track. Not quite the fastest. Patel, out in clean air, had a little bit faster lap, but Fulliger's lap was pretty much the fastest other than that, I believe. I mean, he's pretty quick. If he can get around Haddock, I think he could make up that ground in front of him as well. It's just a matter of he's got to get around him. Sometimes they make these cars pretty wide. There's opportunities at Coda to pass, though. That is the one good thing about this track. I know you don't care for it too much, but it does provide passing opportunities.
Do you know what? Right? I would probably out and out love this circuit. Okay? I would sit back and think, oh, this is really amazing, and this is awesome, and this is outstanding. If I wasn't aware of any other circuit in the world, I'm aware that they've taken the hairpin out of Adelaide. I'm aware of the stadium session. No, at Hockenheim. The Maggotts and Beckett's through the S's. I'm aware of that. And it's like they couldn't be bothered to make their own circuit. So they thought, we'll have that, and put it all together. It's just laziness.
Yeah. They purposely took the parts that they wanted from other tracks and made a track out of it. There's no doubt about that.
No, and they just copied it. That's it. We got Silverstone, Maggotts and Beckett's there as well through turn 6. It's just too many. It's just, if you want to be Silverstone, have Silverstone. If you want to be Adelaide, have Adelaide. If you want to be the stadium at Hockenheim section, have that. And
Rancon just got by Bayazar too.
Bayazar's going to get eaten alive now.
Yeah,
Ridgway's going to clear him as well. I'd be surprised if Varani don't get there, and maybe even Jimenez at the same time. I think Bayazar is literally a man on the edge of the cliff, clinging by his fingertips here.
Yep. And every car that gets by him, it's just going to get worse and worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the problem is he's coming more into the pack That's it.
Yes.
He got that escape at the beginning. He's now got cars that are not very far away from each other. See on the left-hand side the gap to the leader, and you can see what Bayazar's got coming up. Ridgway, barely 4 tenths. Varani, barely a second. Jimenez, a little bit over a second. Denny Gordon, 1.8 seconds. There's not a lot of place for him to go. Ridgway, Varani going side by side. I'm not quite sure why I would want to be doing that as well. Eat Bayazar up first and then maybe look at going side by side after. But for me, I think Bayazar's lucky to stay in the top 10.
He's getting more and more dirty air too, you know, and that's just making the car even harder to handle because he's got no downforce going through that whole side pod over there. So that's got to be. By the way, Fuller got by Haddock just a minute or so ago there. So now he's on the move up to chasing down 10th place Tasky.
Absolutely. So we've got, right, this is the thing here, key elements of this circuit. Silverstone, stadium section at Hockenheim, turn 8 from Istanbul, into Lagos, Suzuka, Spa-Francorchamps. Do you know what I mean? How many more do we need?
So I think in theory, you know, they probably, you know, their intentions were probably good. Let's take the best elements of these circuits and see if we can make one of the greatest circuits in the world. I think that that's probably what their thought process was. It wasn't about being lazy. I think that their intention probably was to let's take the epic things from these circuits and try to create the best circuit in the world.
Nice cutback from Bayazar there. Yeah.
That was indeed.
I don't know if that's the way I'm looking at it. Is Varani going to send it free wide? Ridgway goes up the inside, gets it done.
For that.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I wish he wasn't, but he keeps telling me by DMs.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, that's his style of racing, man. You know, there's been plenty of patient guys out there that were world champion type drivers. Look at Alain Prost. You know, I mean, that man was so patient, and he was a 4-time world champion.
Yeah, he had his moments, though. He had his moments.
No, I mean, sure, but I mean, and I'm sure Luca Varani's had his, you know. But he was patient, man. He just he was able to sit there and force you to make a mistake, you know, and you know, so that's just his style. There's nothing wrong with that, you know.
No, I don't. Oh, Ridgway.
Oh, yep. Hell, that's gonna mess him up. Oh, he locked him up hard too.
Yeah, missed the circuit completely.
Oh, he is dropped down. He's all the way down to 13th now.
Jesus, Robert, that is not going to be good. What actually did he do? Because he just seemed to stop.
He just locked him up. I think he missed his mark there and just hooked him.
Oh, that must be more technical than that. That's got to be technical.
Yeah, that is weird for sure, especially to come to a full stop there to save it.
Yeah, I think that's got to be a technical issue for Ridgway, or maybe a fly in his face, or I don't know, the dog jumped on his lap or something here.
You know, it could have been something as stupid as like your monitors flash or his VR or something, you know, whatever he does. Because that is weird, because he could have easily saved that without coming to a complete stop.
Yeah, he didn't need a stop there either. I don't know why Varani's taking so long to get past Bayazar here, and Jimenez is almost jumping at the bit at the same time.
Well, you got to think, Bayazar's probably starting to put up a fight, because I'm sure at this point he's getting annoyed, because he was leading the race, he got run over, got his car wrecked, and now people are going by him left and right, and you know, and he's probably getting more and more frustrated every car that goes around him, and he's probably driving more defensively and harder to keep people behind him, you know, which you couldn't blame him for that.
I don't blame him. I think that's fine. I think he's doing what he needs to do, you know, but he's just going to get run over, and oh, here he comes, cut back underneath him. Oh, he parked it on the apex.
He did. He took it right down on. I mean, he's driving that car the best he can. You know, you got to give him credit for that. If I was in that car right now, I'd probably be in 20th spot already, you know.
Yeah, I think I would just be following, getting out the corner close to the white line as I can, lining up for the next corner close to the white line, and doing the same thing again. And I think that's what Bayazar's almost got on his schedule here. But Varani's got to be careful because at the moment he's got a chomping Spaniard, the bull behind him. Tony, the bull, Jimenez, wrapping in behind him. He wants to go, but he just can't go at the moment. He's going to have to bring out that fighting spirit. Not sure what's happened to Tasky. Tasky's had some drama. He's gone round, I think, as well. Robert Ridgway's just got past him. Ridgway, funny enough, chasing down Scotty Haddock. As Luca Varani now finally clears Bayazar slots in behind him.
Bulliger has moved up. He's in the process of taking P8 right now.
Yeah.
They're having a little battle, but swapping back and forth there. But yeah, he's up to 8th place now. He cut that 2-second gap out in no time.
Yeah, he's just gone past any corner.
I want to make a readjustment of where I think he's going to end up. I think he's going to end up top 5.
You reckon?
Yeah, I do. Still got 9 laps left, man, and those guys aren't far in front of him.
Yeah, and he has got pace.
Yeah, and I mean, he got a half a second, then another quarter of a second. 5th is going to be tough because Varani's got a big gap over Bayazar now, you know. But I think easily 6th place. He'll get by Bayazar, I'm sure of it. Yeah,
well, he's got to wait for Tony Jimenez to do the job first. Varani, do you know what? You said Varani's got a gap. He has got a gap, but he's keeping Bayazar in the draft because there's Varani not too far away. Looks like Scotty Taylor's had another drama. I really hope that ain't coming out the last corner, Scotty, because that was about where you were on the racetrack. Oh, no, that's through the looping right, isn't it? Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, Scotty. Not good, unfortunately, for Scotty Taylor having a bit of a rough one.
He had a rough week last week too. You know, where he just had some self spins. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody last week told me how to pronounce Bozar's name because it hasn't got an I in, has it? It's just Bozar, isn't it, Albert? If I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is just Bozar because I think there was an I input on the SDK driver app. And I just remembered that was going to, I'm sure that was the situation.
It's not Biozar.
No, it's Bozar. I'm sure, yeah. Okay. Albert says, yep, it is. It is just Bozar. Okay. Sorry. Why don't you correct me at the beginning, Albert? Clearly my old bum has kindly forgotten what was going on there as well. Is it Guilherme Bozar or is it Guillem Bozar?
Just say he just told you.
Yeah, but he wrote it down. Is it Guilherme, which is the first one, or is it Guillem, which is the second one? Just say one or two, please. Don't confuse the situation anymore. As Brad Fulliger is going with Tony Jimenez. Jimenez jumping out behind Bozar. Guillem. Okay, cool. Thank you. Number 3. There wasn't one or two. Guillem Bozar.
Well, that's the easiest one of all of them to pronounce. That's much better.
Yeah, Jimenez and Bozar side by side. Oh, yeah. Bozar parks it on the apex. Fulliger's going to go on the inside. Jimenez has got no more room to come back on. That was a great shot off the back of Fulliger's car, off the front of Fulliger's car. Watching them two go side by side. Ding dong. Contact. Nope. Get the ring doorbell. It was that close. Let's see who was responsible. Tony Jimenez, Bozar on board with Fulliger. Look at this. We're watching the action right on the cue here. Fulliger's keeping the cameraman at the moment. Maybe I should pay him for providing this action here, Jim, because he's done a great job.
Yeah, that gyro cam sitting on top of his roll bar is a fantastic view of this for sure.
Jimenez trying to come up the inside. Fulliger's almost going to come at him out of 11. Now, is this where Jimenez makes his move? Let's go on Jimenez's gyro, see what he's going to get himself up to. On board with Bozar's. There's Jimenez on the left-hand side. Bozar slopped in. I'm waiting for Fulliger to come. I just don't know what side he's going to come at the moment. Oh, none. He's going to sit in behind. So there we go. Bozar now through, loses the position. Fulliger now wants him next. That's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, I tell you what, you got to give Bozar credit. He's driving. You know that car has got to be tough to drive and much slower than these other cars, and a handful. And he's doing a good job holding on to he's fighting for every single position. He's dropping down, but he really is fighting.
Oh, dude, it's a dog. The car is going to be an absolute dog.
Yeah. Well, he's driving like an old pit bull too. He's driving like a dog. He's holding onto that bone and shaking his head. He's not letting them by.
Yeah, well, he ain't going to have a choice in a minute. I don't think the speed that Fulliger's got at the moment. I think Brad Fulliger's going to get him. Bozar goes defensive. Fulliger goes on the jump. Is he going to be on the inside line? Cut back.
Oh, he's going to park it right on the apex again. There it goes. Oh, he might have. I think he's going to get a better run off, though.
Fulliger brings it round to the right, closing behind him. There you go. In we go. Let's see. We're going to go right. Now we're going to go left. Fulliger's going to have another go at him round to the right.
I've seen this section somewhere before. Where's this from?
No. Do you know this is Sennares's and Maggotts and Beckett's apparently?
Oh, together.
Together, yeah, they put them together. There's no other place on the circuit where the Sennares's can be apart from here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because that's what Wikipedia told me.
They always know.
Yeah, there's always the truth that comes out of Wikipedia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Let's be real about it.
You know, you could go in there and type something completely different yourself and edit Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, but I don't want to. I like the thought that other people have done the work for me because I'm too lazy. Fulliger overtakes Bozar there, and there unfortunately for Bozar, he's down another position. And next up for Bozar is Denny Cornu. Yeah.
Yeah.
He will never retire a real racer driver. Albert, oh, he wish he was, though. He wish he did. Well,
oh man,
that is all the way down. You know, the worst part about it is, as well, is this man crashed just before him or had some form of incident. Holstein, he did.
Same spot that Scotty Taylor's spun it in earlier. Same exact spot.
Bozar goes, and then all on his own.
Fulliger's up to 7th. He's got to get Jimenez to
hold on, he goes again in a minute, Jim.
No, he doesn't, does he?
Something else goes on here with Bozar. There we go.
Oh yeah, his tires are cooked now. They're probably 250 degrees right now.
Yeah, Simon Fessi's just had an incident. I'm hoping this isn't with Bozar because Bozar did something not long after this as well. Bozar has jumped back to pit lane. He's had enough. Fessy hits the curb, unsettles the car, and around it. Nice. Saves it. Ooh. Go on, Simon.
That was a nice 360.
It was. And then Bozar again jumps back to pit lane, done and dusted.
His tires are shot now.
Oh, bro, you can cook an egg on them tires.
Easy.
It's done. Literally done. Come on, Bradders, says Stephen Ford, talking about Brad Fulliger, who is chasing down Tony Jimenez. And Albert says he's jinxed it. Yep, because he's jumped back to pit lane now, Albert, and he's gone. So there you go. Well done, bud. All on you.
Right. It's a YouTuber's curse.
Yeah, nothing to do with us. Coincidences. Scotty Haddock, Denny Cornu.
I have to give him credit, man. He was fun to watch, defend him with that car. It finally caught up with him, though. You know?
Oh, bro, he did the best job he could. The problem is his best was always going to be punished because once he was in that pack, he was in trouble. And that was the issue. Scotty, settled down, mate. You nearly went round there as well. And basically, he was always going to be in trouble at that moment in time. Fessy's jumped out of pit lane. Bozar's jumped out of pit lane. Fessy is out. Bozar's in the pits. Spun it like a pro. He did, Jack. He did. Where are you anyway? Why are you not racing, dear sir? I'd love to see our good old Jacques Willems on the racetrack as well, showing that little bit of that he does possess every now and then when I can get him to do it.
Can you not do that again?
Jack knows all about that. There's many times I've sat here on a broadcast going, come on, Jack, give it some. Oh dear. Scotty Haddock, Denny Cornu, the closest battle on the race circuit currently at the moment.
Yeah, it seems like our buddy Fulliger we've been watching crawl back up the ladder. Seems like he's kind of hit a wall now. He's not really closing in on Jimenez anymore. It's that gap's kind of maintaining just over a second. He might have he might have burned his tires up coming through the field too a little bit.
Or the problem could be, Jim, as well, that he's reached the faster drivers.
Yeah, I mean, true.
Don't mean that any detrimental effect to anybody further down, but I'm saying now Fuller's into where he was racing, the drivers in front of him are that much quicker, and he's going to have to work twice as hard to try and get there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he was. Well, I guess he started the race in 4th, so he had good pace in qualifying. But yeah, so he's up there with the guys that that have the same pace as he did. So
great pass from Scotty Haddock there on Denny Cornu. Got the job done. Easily done for Scotty. He's now just looking to go forward at the same time. Varani slowly pulling in Ranson. It's about 8 tenths. Jimenez 1.4. Fuller got 1.4 behind that. 2.2 to Scotty Haddock. Tasky has got the recovering transcendental sandwiches. Robert Ridgway in behind him, who's only 3 tenths back now. I do love that livery. That livery looks amazing. And is closing in on him at the same time.
Those boys from one of the other leagues that we covered, J2, J2I. A couple of those guys ran that very similar livery a couple seasons ago when I was doing the F3s that they were racing.
Oh, side by side. Get a hold on Ridgway. Oh, dude, give him a clap. Round the outside of turn 1 over Tasky.
Nice.
As well, Harry Saster's in YouTube chat after he got sent up on the air on, well, we didn't get past lap 1, so well done, Harry, for that one, buddy. As well, sad race ended like this. Your race didn't get going, but absolutely happy for Mr. Krish Patel. I think everybody's happy for Krish Patel here. Philip Tassi is now chasing down and recovering Scotty Taylor.
We haven't really talked about Patel much recently. I mean, he has worked himself up to a very nice, comfortable lead out there. 7 seconds is quite impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gone. Tassi's closing in as well. Blimey, brightly coloured car there for Philip Tassi. I've got to be honest, it's very bright.
Is Luca going to be able to catch Rancone before we run out of time here? 3 laps?
He's in draft. He might be able to. He might. Depends on what run he's going to get. He's pulled in a lot of the time in the draft. Depends on his runs through this section here as well. Through the double right-hander, triple right-hander, I think it actually is. And then coming down into turn 19. Luca Varani closing in on Ransom before.
Oh! That ain't gonna help.
Nope. Bada. Tony Jimenez might end up closer to him than he is to Ranson, and that is the case. Could be Jimenez.
Cornu just had a little drop a couple of spots there. I don't know. I'm thinking off track.
We've seen this many times before. And this is about the 4th one. Oh, maybe not that. That was on the entry.
Ooh.
Oh, and it's behind the
big one.
Yeah, it's behind the bridge there, unfortunately. Danny Cornu then goes and does something else. Is he another one that's heated up his tires?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You spin like that, and the tires are already super hot because the track's hot, and then just this late in the race, that is so typical right there. Oh, he done run somebody wide there.
That was his teammate, I think, as well. Newen. I'm sure that guy sent me a message on how to pronounce his name, but do you think I can find it in my DMs?
Of course not.
I hope. I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, you got all those people jumping in your DMs, you know.
Slide in my DMs.
That's what the young folks say, you know. Yeah, that's right. Sliding in your DMs.
Yeah, he slid in my DMs and he sent me a message. I just can't find it at all, to be blatantly honest. So if you are listening, I'll watch this back. Please send it to me again, because I cannot find where you sent it the first time. I just know it was in DMs. Scotty Taylor.
I think Fulliger is done. I mean, as far as moving forward, he's hit his pace.
Yeah, I think it's going to come here. I think if these 3 fight over the next lap, Fulliger might have an opportunity.
Yeah, we only got 2 laps left though.
Yeah, but that's what I said. He needs them fighting.
Big time. Yeah. I don't think. I think Luca's gonna. I don't even know that he's gonna push it here. We'll see. Maybe he does, but.
Do you reckon he's more likely to hang on to the place where he is? Do you think he's not going to get Ransom?
I think he does. Yes, I don't think he wants to make a mistake and lose the spot to Jimenez. And that seems to kind of be, not in an offensive way. That kind of seems to be the way he drives. He makes the most out of every that he can get, in every race. But he's not going to be able to hold Jimenez off, I don't believe, right here. Jimenez got the inside line, and he's got, oh no, he's out in front. He's got him.
Got the job done. Tony Jimenez. Varani's going to try and come back at him. Is he down the hill? Nope. That has brought Fulliger in 1.6 seconds.
Not going to be able to do it through this S's section.
No. Through Maggots and Beckett's they go. In through the center S's to finish it off. And then they through turn 8 and 9. Yeah, I think Fulliger's stuck where he is. I don't know if he's going to get any higher over the next lap. The leader's on the run down from 11 to 12. So it's possible.
Well, he's in a different zip code, him. He's out there. 7 seconds in these cars, it's a long time.
Saying that, Fulliger has just pulled in about 3 tenths over Varani in one corner.
He sure did.
And now he's going to be pulling in. Ronnie's going to get a draft of him there.
Three-car draft, too. Yeah, I mean, he might make a run at him here.
Yeah.
He's coming like a freight train.
There's going to be one more to go for Fulliger. 8 tenths back. Varani's 9 away from Jimenez. Jimenez is 7 away from Ranson. Varani touching on that second. Fulliger's coming the other way, though. There's going to be one more lap to go. Krish Patel's going to come over the line out in front. Can he wrap this up for the Galactic Grid Gremlins? RRS over the line he goes. Final lap for Krish Patel. We'll keep an eye on him here. But it is down here. I want to find out what's going to happen. Is Fulliger going to be able to get Varani? And is Jimenez going to be able to get Ranson? Well, we start the final lap. This question's going to be answered now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages. Jimenez is not making a move. Fulliger's not making a move. Are they going to make the move?
Oh, Fulliger's going to send it here before this lap's over.
Where?
He's getting himself in a spot.
11 to 12?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure that he's going to be there in time for that. He's still going to need a little bit.
He pulled out 3 tenths of Varani at turn 11 last lap around.
Well, there you go.
Just on turn 11.
He's close.
Watch that plummet. 2.7. Fulliger's definitely got a better line through turn 11 he did last lap around, unless Varani pulls something amazing. Nope. Right the way down, coming down to 2.5 tenths. Now Fulliger's got to go. There you go. He's barely got 3 tenths to make up for Brad Fulliger. Is this going to be Fulliger's moment? Is it going to be a do or die? Send it, don't send it. What do we think's going to happen before he gets to the end of the straight? Fulliger's going to start picking up more and more and more and more. He's going to be going faster, faster, faster. I don't think he's going to go faster, faster enough, though. Jim, he's going to try to cut back over Rani. Is he going to be able to work? It's not. Krish Patel's got 2 more corners to go before he wraps this one up. Rani and Fulliger has got about 5 more corners to go. Patel coming around the final corner. It's going to be a winner chicken dinner for Krish Patel. Through that final corner he goes, over the line. The man in red from the RRS Galactic Grid Gremlins takes that win. Noah Fay over the line takes 2nd place. Holstein comes in, grabs that 3rd as well. What's going on behind here? Tony Jimenez is going to hold on to Ransom. Varani is just about holding on to Fulliger to the line. Varani manages to keep it there as well. Nice battle. Wow. Varani did hang on. I am surprised he did hang on, to be honest.
Yeah. He beat him by a couple of tenths. That was...
one.
Yeah, that was a good job,
1400ths of a second.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, 1/10. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty impressive. That was he did a good job holding on there because Fulliger was coming hard.
Scotty Taylor was going at Koji Ito. He didn't get him either. Everybody else is a little bit more spread out there as well. Great racing from all of these guys. If you are a driver and you've just jumped in, don't forget they do. Oh, hello.
Oh, there it is.
No,
okay. That's I guess Taylor had enough of that car.
Yeah, clearly didn't want to carry on with that. There was something I got to tell you about that as well. RRS Racing Bloodline, Scotty and George Taylor are the Scotty is the dad George is the son. So if they're ever back in a race together, oh, Justin Fields there, giving us a little bit of action on that final corner. If they're ever in the field together, Scotty is dad, George is the son. All right. And George,
I'm sure I won't remember that.
I'm sure you won't. Luckily enough, though, says Scotty, he has an understanding wife that let him buy a new rig and wheel, and he gave it to his son. So he gave all the old ones to his son. So there we go.
That's kind of what I did, sort of.
Yeah, maybe.
I bought me some improved gear and gave the other to my son.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, here's the results. Chris Patel, winner, RRS Galactic Gremlins takes the win by 6.9 seconds over Noah Fay. Antoine Holstein blinking all the way through the race there, so you've got to get that internet sorted out. A little bit around Con in fourth, then Tony Jimenez and Luca Varani in fifth and sixth. Brad Fulliger in seventh. Nice battle back there for Brad. Fair play. Scotty Haddock eighth. Roderick Ridgway, Mehmet Taski, Denangayan, Denny Cornu, Koji Ito, Scotty Taylor, Eddie Amos down in 15th. Then you've got Philip Tassi, Adam Townsma, Paul Distelli, Justin Fields and Stephen Dodderer, ouch, down in 20th. Then Matthew Gracie, last of the point scorer. Simon Fessi, Gwillem Bozar, Sunday David Dahel, and Noel Richie Robertson down in 25th. And then below that is Eunice Amal, Justin Carrizosa and Harry Saston, who had their own dramas here as well. Considering it was Coda, and considering my love is minimal, I actually thought it was a good race. I enjoyed that.
No, we had fun. That was a good broadcast. It was good action up and down the field. We were, cutting up, having a good time, watching the drivers. We had a little drama there early on. Still would like to know what happened there. Good race. Good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you go, guys.
As this league is often.
Absolutely. Join us next time out here for the oh my god, for the iGPFun. Sorry guys, I completely forgot where I was for a minute. IGP there as well. It's going to be an exciting one, I'm sure. So join us out for that one as we're going to head to Watkins Glen International for the Classic Boot.
There you go.
So
staying in America.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't forget, join me a little bit later on as we go to Spa-Francorchamps for the SR4S round 5. That's myself and Mr. Alex Goldschmidt. So join us along for that as well. Thanks so much for joining us in YouTube chat.
That's a fun series.
Absolutely.
I like those guys a lot.
Yeah, it's a super formula, so it's the big brothers of these.
So get the push to pass.
Absolutely. And got that all coming up as well. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on the bells. That would be absolutely amazing. And thanks so much for joining us. I've been JP. I've been in the booth with Jim Cunningham. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on a track sometime. Good night.